How is it going? How is it going, people? This is Mr. Laughter right about now, and we are talking football. And football that we want to talk about right about now is Arsenal versus Luton. And you guys know Arsenal is playing, yeah, on Wednesday, and they are playing Luton County. And yeah, we want to look at the preview of that game very shortly and quickly, and look at how we can bounce back from the draw that we got from Manchester City at Etihad Stadium. Now, as we want to develop this aspect of the game, I want us to first flashback and see how Arsenal really performed. On Sunday. Now we want to see the game that Arsenal played with Manchester City was really, really boring in any case. From the neutral point of view, it was boring, but I felt like Arsenal deserved at least 1 point, which was really, really good for them. And I'm happy that at least Mikel Arteta tried to gain some points from that match. And it was a very difficult game, but yeah, as you know, yeah, Arsenal at least they have got 4 points from Manchester City in this season, which was a very, very difficult thing to get, a difficult point to get from Manchester City. As you guys know, Manchester City have been so popular and dominating Arsenal over every single year. But at least this season, we have seen the game that Arsenal has played together with Manchester City. The last three games that they played at the Community Shield, Arsenal won, which was great. Even if it was in the penalty, and also we see that Arsenal also, yeah, happened to beat Manchester City at the Emirates, which was really good for Arsenal. Now developing that aspect of life, I would say, is really, really tremendous. And seeing that Arsenal is moving on to the second step and coming closer to breach the gap that Manchester City had created a lot in the Premier League. But having a draw for Arsenal last Sunday, I'm really happy with that, and I'm so excited that at least we had to get a point. We were trying to play. Many people are talking that they, yeah, Arsenal had a block or a big um, I would say low block in the Etihad. But yeah, what else could Arsenal do? Arsenal went there to get something out of the game. If Manchester City were really good, they could have scored their goal. So I feel like, yeah, even if people criticize Arsenal from being always playing attacking football and now moving to a low block, I mean. Yeah, it's not a big issue for me. The issue is Manchester City didn't bring in their A game, or trying to pass and make those passes that can really lead to the goal that we think Manchester City always do. So the game was there to be taken. Arsenal could have won the game. They had better chances compared to Manchester City, I would say, if Trossard had actually squared that ball to Martinelli or to Kai Havertz. Yeah, for sure. Arsenal could have gone 1-0. So the game was just there to be taken, and nobody took it, in my view. But all in all, yeah, that was on Sunday. Now we move to the next step. That is on Wednesday. Arsenal's going to play Luton Town. So let's see the press conference. Mikel Arteta already spoke in his conference today, and he gave us a lot of news. Especially, let's look at the injury news. He said everybody is I would say there for the game. Bukayo Saka is there for the game, and yeah, made his press conference, and he was very, very crucial on answering some questions, asking about Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka, he left the field at Etihad, and he was asked about that if he's gonna be fit for tomorrow, but he said, yeah, he could be fine. They haven't done training yet, so most likely he will feature in the game. That is going to happen on Wednesday. So let's see what Bukayo Saka would bring. It would be really, really good for him to come back and play. And also, he was asked about Martinelli being back. How helpful would it be? He said, yeah, Martinelli is all fine. He played at the Manchester City, so it would be a good fit for this game. They want to win every single game that they play, which is something that they just don't want to um, yeah, to me. So every single chance that you can get to play and get a go ahead of your opponent in this league is really, really good. And he said he's gonna do his best to let all these players be on the top of it. They still need to train and take charge of, get prepared really well for Luton. And as you know, Emirates is always gonna be rocking, and Arsenal is going closer and closer. So we also know that if Arsenal win tomorrow on Wednesday, yeah, they will go ahead in the league. They will go back to the top of the league until Liverpool play again on Thursday. So yeah, let's go back and do our best and win the game. That's what Mikel Arteta says. So it's a good thing to think about. As Mikel Arteta also spoke about William Saliba. He was asked that last season, towards the end of the season, William Saliba had a lot. He had injuries, so he was asked if something like that would happen again this season. He said, yeah, he doesn't want to hear about that narrative. If William Saliba is there now, what is it going to happen? Because last season they said Arsenal lost the Champions League, lost the league because of William Saliba's injury. So he was like, what is the narrative going to be this season? So William Saliba is there, so it's going to be there. He said he needs every single player to be there for the game so that at least they challenge. And this is the right time to have all your team members, all your squad available at your disposal, so you can pick the best players for yourself and for the team. And he said it's going to go with the best team that can win, and hopefully they will win this weekday game in the Premier League. Now that was a little bit of Mikel Arteta's press conference. I wanted just to talk about a little bit. Now on my game, I want to look at Arsenal game. So Arsenal has been really, really playing so well. This here alone, Arsenal has never been beaten. It's only Manchester City that have taken at least a point from Arsenal this year alone. Since January, from when they came back from Dubai, they haven't really been beaten by any team, with the exception of FC Porto that they went and played in the Champions League. But in the Premier League, Arsenal has never been beaten this year. So this makes sense. But also we know that Luton were very, very, very disturbing in the game that they played in December. As you guys remember, Declan Rice's goal. He was the decider. With that header. Otherwise, the game could have ended for 3-3. But also, we know, Mikel Arteta really, really want to make that right. He said he doesn't want his players to concede goals like that. And Luton is fighting for relegation. And also, always we know playing against a team that is fighting for relegation is always difficult. And it's very, very difficult to play a team that is fighting relegation for sure. But as Arsenal is still on form, we know for sure that they're going to do their best, and they will, focus on the game itself and make it at least a very, very important game for every for every moment of the game. So he said everybody should be there, as Mikel Arteta said. So in my view, I would say, Arsenal is going to win this game, and they want to go back to the top and see what Liverpool can do on Thursday. So that is the only thing that I know. I know Arsenal has been scoring 5-6 goals. I'm kind of thinking that Arsenal will do that. Um, in this Luton game, because they haven't been really playing their style. So since playing Porto and coming to play Manchester City, we haven't seen that fluidity in the games, or the passing and that momentum that we see Arsenal playing really, really free flowing football. We haven't really seen that in the Porto game and also Manchester City. So I would be really curious to see if Mikel Arteta would go back to his style that he was actually using in the beginning of the game. So let's see how everything will go. And I think, in my view, I'm going for 4-0 win for Arsenal against Luton, and Luton is not going to score a single goal, because I'm seeing the defense of Arsenal now. It's really perfect. It's so good. William Saliba and Gabriel, those are like the craziest moment I can see, because they have been really, really good in the defense. I don't think Luton can really manage um, Arsenal again, looking at how Arsenal has improved in so many ways in this aspect. And yeah, I'm glad that Arsenal is still having that momentum and having that energy. In when we went for the international game, I thought Arsenal were gonna come back and play Manchester City in a different way, which they did. And yeah, hopefully they will go back to that style where you hold the ball, you have possession of the ball, and you make those good passes. And yeah, and hopefully still have that momentum back where we used to score 3 4 goals. Not that every game that you play in the Premier League you're gonna score 6 7 8 6 goals, but yeah, that is what I'm hoping for tomorrow. Now it's time to go into my starting 11 for the game. So I'm gonna go with yeah, David Raya for sure in the in the goal post. No argument there. And I'm gonna go with Bent White on the right hand side. Going with yeah, Gabriel and Saliba in the back, and also number three. I'm thinking this game I could play Zinchenko instead of Kivio. That is my perspective, but I feel like um, Zini would give us a better flow of the game in this aspect because he is really good on the ball. And we know Luton that they're not going to be threatening so much, so having that inversion like in maybe Ben White yeah, converting and inverting into in the game, or maybe Zini doing that as well from the other side, would give us that compact midfield. And yeah, would give us that real good defensive overview as well against Luton. So I'm gonna go with that four back line, just a change of Kivio because Kivio wasn't really bad at Manchester City, but first half was terrible for him. That was horrendous. He was just poor, really poor in the first half. But yeah, that is my defense. Let's go to the midfield. Midfield, I'm thinking, yeah, I will go with the same. I'm gonna go with Declan Rice, and I think I'm tempting really if we can go with Thomas Partey instead of Jorginho, because I feel like, yeah, Thomas Partey is really fit and is able to play. Why not give him the chance really in this small game that Luton. And I'm not, yeah, without really despising Luton or making them feel low. I feel like Luton um, Town cannot really bring so much trouble. But I know they have been good against the big teams in the Premier League, or the top six they called. But I'm thinking I would go with Declan Rice and Thomas, but and see how they can play together and put Odegaard yeah, right there in the center of the midfield. That is my midfield that I'm going with. And up front, I'm gonna go with Kai Havertz in the striking line, and I will go with Martinelli and yeah, Saka, which I'm gonna play 4-3-3 as always. Mikel Arteta. I want us to go back to that style where we play free flowing football, where we are able to dismantle and play our game the way we want it to play. So having all those players back would really mean a lot to me, and I would feel like that would give us the momentum and give us the free flowing style that we want, to take taka free flowing football. And having Thomas Partey and yeah, they can rise in the midfield would give us a lot of freedom in the midfield, and we should be able to yeah, do more than 4 goals past Luton Town, which would be great. As we also know, we are fighting for goal difference. As much as Arsenal is having a good goal difference, I'm sure that having having good goals against Luton, if we have the chance, would be a good opportunity for Arsenal to to take it to the level that they really want to take it. That is my overview on the game against Luton at the Emirates. It's gonna be live on Batu TV. But if you have not subscribed to the channel, please go and subscribe and be part of this channel. We shall bring you all the latest news on concerning Arsenal every single day. I'm happy that you are here with me, and thank you so much for joining me and always being there for Tell Me Bay TV. I mean, being there for Batu TV, and subscribe if you have not subscribed and get all the latest news